grade 7. Happy Monday, May 18th of week 10. Oh, you found it? I'm so glad. Do you want to be in my video with me?
No.
No? Sorry, he doesn't want to be in the video. Anyway, this week you're going to explore food web. So at the end of last week, I asked you... Yes, I'll fix it. I asked you to put together some food chains, and now those are all going to come together into food webs. Very similar, but also very different. So take a look at the food web slideshow for Monday. You're going to read through the content and complete those activities and participate in the discussion posts. And at the end of that, it'll tell you that you need to create a food web, and you can start that tomorrow or today, doesn't matter. But that food web is going to be based on the ecosystem you chose couple was it weeks now? I don't even know. Beginning of last week, end of it. Anyway, you chose an ecosystem, and that's what you're going to stick with. So you're going to open that guidelines document now. I've created a guidelines document and review all my instructions. So please read that. I don't get to talk to you every day. So if you don't read the instructions, you might make mistakes. So without me there to be like, oh, wait, don't do that. That's why I know it's a lot of words, but you can do it. Read them. And I've also provided a graphic organizer. That's an option. I'm not going to check. But if you want that, it might be helpful, especially for those of you that, the food web might seem confusing to look at. If you just start with the graphic organizer and just list every single species. Speaking of species, I don't want you to just write tree. You can't just write tree. There's trees all over the world. I'm aware there's trees. I want to know that you've researched your ecosystem and you're going to say, in a deciduous forest, there are oak trees. And from the oak trees, we have squirrels that depend on the nuts that fall, the acorns that fall, something like that. And you're going to tell me the gray squirrel or the red squirrel or whatever. So don't just write like a blanket type of organism. I want to know the specific species, and I don't need the scientific name, but I do need the specific common name for each species in your food web. So again, graphic organizer is optional, but it might be helpful. You can print that, or you can, it makes a copy for you. You can type right on it. Thursday's a project work day. Keep going. You can use Wednesday to work on your project if you think you need more time. Those of you that are behind, we do only have 2 weeks left. And if you don't finish grade 7, you will get an incomplete in grade 7 science. Just throwing that out there. What that'll look like in the fall, I don't know. I might have different classes where those that, need to catch up have to do extra science every day to finish what you didn't do now. So let's use this time wisely. Friday, I gave you an interactive from PBS. And if you click on this link right here, it'll open the game, and it's all about an Antarctic ecosystem. So it's kind of like a click-through activity. You've got to read what's on the screen to know what to do next. So it says navigate through the information and play the game at the end. Once you're all done with that, there's a document called Conclusion Questions that is based on the food web from PBS. So it is all about an Antarctic ecosystem. So the examples and the evidence that you cite should come from the PBS interactive activity. I'm going to grade that as a test. So there is not going to be a food web, food chain, energy, and ecosystems test. This is it. So make sure you do your very best. Use complete sentences and edit for spelling and grammar. That document will make a copy for each of you, and you can share it back to me. One question I've already got about food web's project is, yes, you can create something digitally, but I want to see that like you created it. I don't want to see that you just found an image and copied it over. If you do just use clip art pictures, somehow make it yours. Like get creative, draw arrows in, make it that you've created this, that I can see that it's an original work of art by you. All right. I miss you guys so much. I can't wait to see you in the fall. Have a good week. Enjoy this project. Again, the food web project production can be in any which way you want. If you want to make a chalk drawing, go for it. If you want to make it out of Legos, go for it. It can be little clay animals that you create and take a picture and send it to me. The world is your oyster here. Have fun with it. Make sure you just follow the rubric guidelines. I miss you. I care about you. Have a great day.